What on earth has happened?
What has happened? He's down he's up in exchange. You would think that would be enough sometimes, but apparently that is not how this works. You might have to go with a knight h1. Look at how the bishop defends the e2 pawn. And if I
Yeah,
ever get king f2 in, he has a knight d1, which is like very strange. Kicking the
yeah,
king
back
away,
where you
like
came from.
back, or go to g3, where maybe that gives me some possibilities to do some other things. But whoa, man! I mean, what is Hikaru getting memed this whole tournament? A4, then Hans winning. He's just getting
Yeah,
memed.
I really don't know because it just kind of fell apart for him. I'm trying to go back to the moment because here it felt like he was honestly in cruise control, and Hikaru is really one of the best at conversions. So this is something that I see it, I see the advantage. I'm like, I trust him with it,
Same.
much more than I trust myself. That's for sure. And he allowed that pawn on e2, and maybe correctly so. Brought the knight to e1, and where did it really go wrong? It was not even knight c5, it was more this next move. So it was f3, allowing knight e3, and now whenever he brings the king in, knight d1, as you said, forces the king away. So maybe that was the first
Oh,
mistake. Knight d1, then the king just
dang.
comes out, right?
He
Just
had to go
walking
back.
up the board. Knight f2, mistake. f5.
Oh,
Rook a8. He says, well, knight e3, hang on. Knight c2 is coming. I'm about to win the game. So he had to bring the rook back, or so he thought. And then the king comes in. c6, h4, g3. The moves are coming in so quick. Knight to c2 played. 15 seconds for Hans Niemann with the black pieces. What on earth is happening?
remember, never play f3, as Feingold says. That was number one. That's where he had a problem. Number two here, though, anything can and will happen right now as you see it bar going up, but not easier said than done. Maybe it's a knight g2 here. Knight g2 does control a lot of things. Maybe we have to repeat. Knight takes. Yeah, that's not gonna. I'm gonna lose. So maybe knight to g2.
So in this position, the
What
engine
was it?
is
Rook
screaming for
c2.
all sorts of other moves, pretty much anything, h5, g5, knight a2. But
Anything.
this move right here, a mistake because of rook takes, and Hans may be thinking that he's winning this position, but the knight can go to g2. When
Oh
you
yeah.
queen, I'll take it, and then from here, just g4 or knight h3 or something like. You can still play this position as Hikaru. It looks like you're lost, but you're just barely in the game. Let's keep up with the live game. It's exactly this variation.
Hikaru escaping.
Truly.
Man.
It was, first of all, I couldn't believe that Hans flipped that around. Now I can't believe that Hikaru has managed to do it as well. Knight to h3, knight
He's
to
playing for
f4
more.
coming. Yeah, it's hard to tell here because,
How are we going to by forcing a draw here? Yeah, I mean he might just maybe could even win that.
had the wheels come off his. Yeah, this Dubov has to get this done. He has a G pawn, so it's these guys are playing for it, but 8.5 points.
Results. He must have won because he moved up. He's in fourth. Tie for second.
So